Tonight's bedtime story is The Snow Giant Who Opened a Soup Shop, written especially for you. One frosty evening, a young snow giant named Nimbus received the most unexpected news of his life. He had just learned that his favorite place in the entire northern mountain range, Grandma Glimmer's winter workshop, was closing forever. Grandma Glimmer was an elderly elk who had lived on the same icy cliffs as Nimbus since long before he could remember, when he was just a tiny snow giant, still learning how to stomp without shaking the mountain. His parents would bring him to her workshop. Nimbus would roam the shelves, gazing at jars of shimmering frostberries, crystallized cocoa sticks, and fluffy snow puffs. But after exploring, he would settle near the glowing fire while Grandma Glimmer carried out a tray balanced carefully on her antlers. Each cup filled with her warm, creamy winterroot stew. Every once in a while, Nimbus would ask if she could make twirly frost noodles, his absolute favorite food. Grandma Glimmer would shake her head with a chuckle. I can stitch snowflakes and brew stew, but noodles twist my antlers in knots. She'd say Nimbus never minded. Her stew was comforting in a way nothing else was. Even as he grew older, Nimbus returned almost every evening, sometimes for stew, sometimes for company. And it was during one of these cozy visits that she shared the news. The workshop would close in a few days, for good. Nimbus froze mid-slurp. A chunk of potato slid off his spoon and landed back in the bowl with a soft plop. But why? He whispered. Grandma Glimmer sighed softly. Oh, Nimbus, I've been doing this for decades, longer than you've been alive. My hooves are tired, my antlers ache, and I think it's time for me to rest. I want to learn ice sculpting and take winter naps. And finally finish that documentary series about migrating moose. She smiled warmly at him. The workshop has had a beautiful run, but even the coziest stories must turn a page. Nimbus nodded, though sadness tugged at his heart. I'll miss your cooking, he said quietly. You can still visit me at home, she replied. I'll always have a warm cup of stew waiting just for you. That made Nimbus feel a little better, but he couldn't help gazing around the familiar room. What will happen to the workshop? He asked. Will someone else take it over? Well, Grandma Glimmer tapped her hoof. I was thinking, it may be a strange idea, though. Nimbus perked up. Tell me. I wondered if someone might turn it into a place that finally serves your beloved frost noodles. That would be great, Nimbus said. But who would run it? She blinked at him. You, my chilly little snowball me. Nimbus nearly tumbled off his chair. Yes, you. Think about it. Really think. So Nimbus did it. He looked at the wooden beams, the cozy lanterns, the walls covered in photos of happy creatures enjoying Grandma's cooking. He imagined pots bubbling with noodles, strands swirling like tiny snowstorms, and laughter ringing through the shop. And the more he imagined it, the more excited he became. A noodle shop, run by him, Nimbus. Nimbus beamed and wrapped his giant snowy arms around Grandma Glimmer. I'll do it, he declared. Of course, opening a noodle shop in the mountains was no small task. The workshop was sturdy, but it needed fresh colors and Nimbus's own personal touch. He repainted the walls a cool icy blue, sprinkled with patterns of swirling snowflakes. He hung pictures of noodles twirling through the air. He even crafted 2 life-sized snow statues of himself wearing chef hats, posed proudly near the entrance. Then he built a glittering new sign, climbed up a ladder, and hung it proudly, Nimbus's Noodlery, glowing in soft winter white lights. The old staff stayed, but Nimbus had to teach them something none of them had ever done before, making frost noodles from scratch. Nimbus dusted himself with flour, popped on his biggest chef's hat, and demonstrated how to mix chilled water with glacier flour. Knead the dough until it was snowy soft, roll it thin, and slice it into shimmering noodle ribbons. Into boiling pots they went, swirling gracefully like dancing snow spirits. "This," Nimbus said, lifting a steaming bowl with pride, "is how you craft the perfect noodle." Then came the sauces. Creamy frost cheese, northern herb blends, a rich, hearty snowberry glaze, and Nimbus's secret masterpiece, the one he couldn't wait to share with the world. Frozen caramel swirl noodles, a dessert so sweet it could melt even the iciest of moods. "Are you sure you'll be ready for opening night?" Grandma Glimmer asked, peeking at the long menu Nimbus had chalked across the wall. "I hope so," Nimbus said, toes crossed under his boots. He didn't need to worry. Opening night was magical. Creatures came from every snowy ridge. Lanterns flickered across the tables. A penguin strummed a tiny guitar on a glistening stage, a Nimbus beaming proud, and a little flowery served bowl after bowl of warm, twirly joy.